So there's often a lot of confusion about straight strung, overstrung, overdamped, underdamped pianos, and I wanted to show you specifically about the straight strung, overstrung bit. So this piano is an older type piano, a very nice one, but it's straight strung. Can you see all the strings go down from top to bottom, all vertically strung? Okay, so that gives you a very pleasant tone, but it's an old type system. These days nearly all pianos are overstrung, and like this. So you've got this V shape. People often say, oh, why is there something missing here? Well, there's nothing missing there. It's because the strings are strung over each other, so they're strung diagonally. Can you see? So that bass string is struck diagonally and it crosses over these treble strings, these strings that go up here. So that's overstrung. So what's the difference? Well, overstringing, really, today they're all overstrung, have been for, well, I guess since the 50s or 60s and probably before that. But it means that you get a longer string that way because they're diagonally strung, and you get a rich bass, very strong tone. That's the straight strung. This is the overstrung. But funny enough, on a good straight strung piano like this, a lot of people prefer the tone. So it doesn't always mean that because a piano is straight strung, it's not very good. That it really doesn't. The only thing I'd say is usually it does mean that, because usually they are cheaper and older and just not very good pianos, because especially from sort of the 30s onwards, people really were going to the overstrung piano and other design differences, which I'll mention in a minute, and that really means that if pianos were still doing, I mean, this is a 1900 piano, but if you see a piano that's straight strung, it might well mean that it's also overdamped. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, all these little felts that sit below the hammers hit the string, and all those little felts underneath are dampers, and they stop the note from just sounding on and on and on. See, without the dampers, the note rings on. With the dampers, that's off. Watch that damper, goes against the string, it's on. And it's a much better damping system when the dampers are underdamped. If this was overdamped, it would not be such a good piano. The fact that it's underdamped and straight strung, I would say that means it's better quality than a lot of straight strung pianos. Over here, this is underdamped and overstrung, which these days, that's pretty much the norm. You don't really want to get an over-dampered piano unless it's a Steinway, Bechstein or something like that. You really want an under-damper piano with the dampers underneath the hammers, not on top of the hammers. There's various other technical reasons why that's the case, which maybe that will be for another video in the future. But this is Matthew from MPG Pianos, wishing you well.